I used to think of my life as a series of big events, graduations, weddings, retirements. But the biggest moment happened in a heartbeat. At 78, I was proud of my independence. I lived alone, I gardened, I visited my grandkids. I didn't feel old. I ignored the little things, the small wobbles, the moments where I had to reach for the counter. I thought it was just a part of aging. It was a Tuesday morning, just like any other. I was heading to the kitchen to make my favorite chamomile tea. I didn't turn on the light. I knew that hallway by heart, or so I thought. That rug, I'd walked over it 1,000 times. My foot caught the edge. For a split second, I was suspended in air. There was no time to react, no time to catch myself. The impact was like a thunderclap inside my own body. I heard the bones snap before I felt the pain. Then, silence. I lay there for 2 hours before a neighbor heard my calls. The next few months were a blur of surgeries and white walls. The doctor told me I'd never walk without help again. My independence, the thing I cherished most, it was gone. I'm telling you this because I don't want it to be your story. There were signs, 5 clear warnings I chose to ignore. The first sign was the dizziness. It would happen when I'd stand up from the sofa or get out of bed in the morning. The room would spin for just a few seconds. I'd grab the table, wait for it to pass, and keep going. I called it a head rush. But it wasn't just a head rush. It was my body telling me my blood pressure was dropping. My medication needed adjusting. I was also chronically dehydrated. My brain wasn't getting enough oxygen to keep me upright. Water isn't just a choice, it's a lifeline. If you feel the room spin, even once, sit down. Don't push through it. Tell your doctor about every single dizzy spell. The second sign was more subtle. I started furniture walking. I didn't even realize I was doing it at first. I'd touch the back of the chair, then the wall, then the door frame. My subconscious knew my balance was failing before my mind did. I was afraid of open spaces in my own home. That fear changed my gait. I started shuffling instead of lifting my feet. Shuffling is a trip waiting to happen. If you find yourself reaching for walls, your balance systems need professional attention. Physical therapy can strengthen those core muscles. Don't hide the fear. Use it as a signal to get stronger. Sign number 3 was in my feet. I started feeling a tingling, almost like pins and needles, that wouldn't go away. I thought it was just bad circulation or the cold, but I was losing the feel of the floor beneath me. If you can't feel the ground, you can't stay balanced. Neuropathy is a silent thief of stability. It makes every step a gamble. And please, check your shoes. My favorite slippers were ancient, with no support and soles as smooth as glass. They were a trap. Buy shoes with grip. If they're loose or worn out, throw them away. Your feet are your foundation. Treat them that way. The fourth sign was my eyes. I noticed things were getting a bit blurry, especially when the lighting was dim. Depth perception is crucial. If you can't see where the step ends or where the rug begins, you're going to miss your mark. I hated turning on the big lights at night. I didn't want to wake anyone up. so I walked in the shadows. That was a mistake. Install motion sensor lights. Make sure every corner is bright. If you can't see the hazard, you can't avoid it. Get your eyes checked every single year. Cataracts or a slight change in prescription can be the difference between standing and falling. Finally, the fifth sign was right in front of me, my home. Over the years, I'd collected so many things: rugs, plants, small tables. It looked beautiful, but it was a minefield. That rug I tripped on, I knew it had a curled corner. I'd promised to fix it for months. Clear your paths. Remove those throw rugs or tape them down securely. Move the cords and the clutter. Your home should be a sanctuary, not an obstacle course. A clear path means a clear mind. You shouldn't have to navigate a maze just to get to the kitchen. Take an hour this weekend and clear the clutter. Ask for help if you need it. Your family would much rather help you move a bookshelf today than visit you in the hospital tomorrow. My fall didn't just break my hip. It broke my spirit for a long time. I lost my garden, my long walks, my freedom. I watched the weeds grow from my hospital bed. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, accepting that I couldn't do it alone anymore, that I'm a fighter. I did the physical therapy. I learned to use this cane. I adapted, but I'll never be the same. I'm sharing this because you still have a choice. You can listen to the signs now. You can make the changes today. Don't let pride get in the way of your safety. Using a cane or a walker isn't a sign of weakness. It's a tool for independence. Millions of us face this every year, but we don't have to face it with our eyes closed. We can look out for each other. If you've noticed any of these signs, the dizziness, the wall hugging, the blurry vision, please call your doctor today. Don't wait for a fall to be your wake-up call. Be proactive. Your future self will thank you for it. I want you to keep gardening. I want you to keep visiting your grandkids. I want you to keep your independence as long as possible. Remember, dizziness, fear, footwear, vision, and clutter. These are the 5 enemies of your stability. Knowledge is your best defense. Life is too beautiful to spend it in a hospital bed. Take these signs seriously. Don't ignore them like I did. I'm still here, and I'm still grateful. But I'm also more careful. I hope you'll be careful too. You know, I used to think asking for help was a sign of giving up. I thought my independence was something I had to protect by doing everything myself. But I was wrong. My independence isn't about doing the laundry or climbing the stairs. It's about being here for the people I love. It's about being present for these moments. Strength isn't about ignoring your limits. It's about acknowledging them so you can live beyond them. It's about wisdom. I may walk a little slower now, and I may need my cane to keep me steady, but I'm still in my garden. I'm still in my home. And that's what matters. I have one last favor to ask of you. Not for me, but for the people who love you. The ones who want to see you at the next birthday, the next holiday. Think about them when you see those throw rugs. Think about them when you feel that slight dizzy spell. They are your why. Don't wait. Don't say, I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow can change in a heartbeat. I'm living proof of that. Let your legacy be one of wisdom and safety. Show the next generation that taking care of yourself is the greatest act of love you can perform. Thank you for listening to my story. From my heart to yours, stay safe, stay strong, and never ignore the signs. Goodbye.